Testing, testing, testing. I just posted a thing on Instagram saying, what am I filming?
No one's guessed yet.
Hi everyone, Miranda here. So today I'm reviewing Tandem by Jarzab. You know how I love the Fallen series? This book is just properly up there with Fallen for me. I absolutely love this series. I'm addicted to it. Like my favorite paranormal universe book ever out there. Like
Legit.
last year I did a non-spoiler review on this book and all I talked about was just basically what was the plot of the book and what I liked and disliked about it. Today I'm actually going to do a full-on review for this book because Random House sent me Tether, so I'm like, I have to review Tandem. You know, if I'm going to do a thoughts on video for Tether, I have to do one for Tandem. Paranormal universes, romance, rebellion. Like all that, pick this book up. This tells the story of ordinary Sasha Lawson, a 17-year-old girl living with her granddad. Nothing really much happens to Sasha, but since a young age, her grandpa has always been telling her stories about parallel universes. And she's also been having this dream of this princess called Juliana from another universe, but she thinks they're just dreams. Yet she's soon to discover that they're not. One day, this popular guy called Grant talks to her, and she's had a crush on Grant for like ever. Grant and her start spending some time together, but yet she's soon to realize that Grant is not actually Grant, but Thomas, Grant's analog from the parallel universe of Aurora. Suddenly, Sasha finds herself in. So to prevent war, Sasha must slip into the life of an alternate version of herself, a princess who has vanished on the eve of her arranged marriage. Basically, if Sasha succeeds in fooling everyone, she can go home. But if she doesn't, will she be trapped in the life of Princess Juliana forever and not be sent back to Earth? I love Tandem. I definitely recommend this book. Go pick it up. Talk about like straightforward is a bit confusing, but trust me, when you read the book, it is so easy to follow. This is book 1 in the Many Worlds trilogy. The second book's called Tether, and the third book is coming out I think next year, but the date hasn't been released. If you don't want to be spoiled, click out. Let's talk Tandem. What a great concept that Anna is able to bring to the book world. Parallel universes and forbidden love. I just love it. Like, I was never one for parallel universes, but now I find myself getting into the whole parallel universe. At first, I was like, why call this book Tandem? Until you find out that the tandem is the line between the parallel universes. So interesting to learn about parallel universes, how we have Earth, and then we have Aurora, and then, you know, Tether, we have another one. But the more further out the parallel universe is, the more different it is from Earth. Aurora and Earth, I love Earth so much better, except I do love how Aurora has the thing in the sky at night. However, Aurora, like, for thinking it's such like a futuristic place and this and that, the society is so backwards.
I need to get their shit together.
I mean, there's always so many wars and they still have the whole king, queen ruling thing. I'd pick Earth any day, just put it that way. I loved though how everyone has someone in a parallel universe. That'd be so weird. It'd be like meeting my twin. And it's so funny when Grant comes in contact with Thomas. When Thomas comes to Earth at the very beginning of the book and Grant's just like, how are you? And just punches him and then ends up going through the tandem. Thomas is Grant. He plays it so well. I don't know how Thomas would just slip into that life so easily and do everything like Grant. He was so convincing. I felt so sorry for Sasha at the beginning of this book. Finally, this dude that she's had a crush on for all these years is paying attention to her. And he pops up and starts talking to her at a bookstore. I'd be so confused as to why all of a sudden he's talking to me and making the effort to walk me home and this and that. I'd just be thinking, but Sasha goes along with it so easy. It's so funny when he asks her to prom and then she has to ask her granddad for permission. The whole relationship actually I thought between Sasha and her granddad was so cute. I really felt for her, you know, that her parents died when she was so young and she never really got to know them, but at least she has her granddad. Going back to Sasha thinking that Thomas is Grant, like the night of prom, she so easily went off with him.
Yeah, maybe the punch was spiked and something was in there.
I wouldn't go off with my date like that, like just us two, if I didn't know too much about him, you know what I mean? I know Grant's supposed to be this nice guy that's like the perfect dude, but I'd still be thinking, pedo, 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 pedo. He could be a murderer, you hardly even know him, and he's taking you to the beach. And you know, lo and behold, attaches that bracelet to Sasha and she's in Aurora. Sasha is there to act as Princess Juliana. What I found really annoying was Sasha didn't just stop and think for 1 second, maybe Princess Juliana is real, maybe these visions that I've seen my whole life are real. Because no one would say Princess Juliana till I think the general said it the first time, and then she realised,
oh my god, shit, this is real.
but the fact that no one mentioned it beforehand, should have mentioned to her beforehand and what she was getting herself into. All Sasha does at the start is be like, trusts no one. She thinks like Thomas is like a freaking murderer / kidnapper. Thomas can't even get a word in because all she's like is yap yap yap. And it's so funny when tells her you're in a parallel universe, he holds up his Kes badge and she's like,
the United Commonwealth of Colombia, the King's Elite Service, these things don't exist, Grant.
she'd be thinking, is he a bit drugged up? The moment when Sasha ends up jumping out of the car as Thomas is driving and gets herself in that whole rally thing, it was a wonder that she wasn't recognised since being, you know, the princess. That one guy that recognised her, but then she like ran off afterwards. Juliana was just so annoying. She got herself into this mess in the first place. It's like she created all this. What I found really confusing was the Liberties had Juliana. Why didn't they come out with that information and kind of make it public so then people would know that there were like two princesses? Remember when, you know, Thomas saves her from the Liberties, but then she finds this gun and she turns it on Thomas and she's just like,
I'm gonna have to shoot you.
Thomas is like,
You were.
I was thinking, just trust Thomas already, okay? And girl, on Earth, you so easily trust Grant and you didn't even fully know him, you can trust Thomas. Sasha then learns to calm down and starts to learn how to be Princess Juliana. And Gloria in this book, the one that helped her learn how to be the princess, reminded me of Effie in the Hunger Games. The more she pretends to be Princess Juliana, you know, the more we find out about Princess Juliana. She's a bit like Cinderella in the way she has a stepmom, she doesn't get along with her stepmom. The king's in hospital, he's dying, uttering this weird code that we don't find out to what it is at the end. My original instinct was I thought, oh, he can maybe see into other parallel universes. And going back to what I said before, we also learned about, you know, Juliana's actual mum was banished from the kingdom a very long time ago. You know, I felt sorry for Princess Juliana. You know, obviously she had no one to confide in but Thomas, really. Thomas and Sasha. I don't mind Thomas. I find him, he's a good character to have in a book. I like him, but I don't love him. He's not like a Will Horrendale male character in a book that I'd call myself a book boyfriend for me. I can get why Sasha really likes him. I can get why they make a good couple because they really bounce off each other. One of the bits that really annoyed me in this book was when Thomas thought that someone in the team was spying, and then Sasha knew who it was that was kind of spying and tried to tell Thomas, but then Thomas didn't believe it. Just believe your girlfriend for once. This is a major trusting. Prince Callum. Originally I thought that he was gonna be quite evil or mean. He was so sweet and innocent, you know, the fact that he has nothing to do all day but draw doorways. I thought he was a really cute character, and when he came to her and he gave her the potato, and she's just like, you know, who'd give the girlfriend a potato or their soon-to-be wife a potato? I actually thought that there was going to be more of a love triangle between Callum, Thomas and Sasha. I felt really sorry for Callum. Obviously he had to like Sasha because he was going to marry her, but he actually genuinely had feelings for her a long time ago. It's funny when she kisses both of them at the holiday house, and at the end Thomas gets sent away, stops working for the Cares because he so-called betrayed them. Sasha then notices that her bond with Juliana is getting stronger, but that they can communicate to each other, or she can see what, you know, she's been up to through the tether. Heart-racing moments was when Thomas kind of hung her off the roof. She saw what was happening to Juliana, and I'm just thinking, Thomas, do not drop her. The fact that he didn't drop her, I don't know how he didn't drop her. The end of this book is very intense. Sasha finds out that she's half Orion, that her dad actually was there originally as this research scientist, and that her dad only stayed on Earth because of her mum, because they were in love. Lucas, which is Thomas's brother, betrays everyone and ends up shooting Thomas. That was like a big for me, and the fact that Juliana was actually going to steal Sasha's life, but that didn't end up happening because Thomas detached the anger, and then it just ends that Sasha's back on Earth, she's with Grant, which Grant really annoyed me because he ended up punching Thomas, like when they were in the cell again, and it's just like, why does he always have to do that? Can't they just have a conversation with each other? Oh my god, so now they're back on Earth, what happened to Thomas? Like, you just want to know. That's what made me really excited for Tether, which I absolutely love. That is the end for my mini Tandem review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've read this book, tell me your thoughts on it. I'd really love to know. I'm Miranda, thank you so much for watching. See ya.